Hello guys, hello. All right, today we are going to talk about a client that I've been working with for quite some time. This client came to me, insulin-driven PCOS, endometriosis, pre-diabetic, felt like crap, low energy, weight gain, terrible cycles, like horribly symptomatic cycles, just did not feel good. So I'm actually going to show you her labs and show you her first lab results and then her second lab results. And there is a 10-week period in between those lab results and the changes that we were able to make. So first up here is glucose, A1C, and insulin. Glucose, it was 104. So all your numbers over here on the right are going to be the previous read. All your numbers on the left are going to be her current read. So her first read was at 104. The second is at 82. So 22-point drop. Excellent. Hemoglobin A1C went from 6.0 down to 5.6. Again, another excellent drop. But the big one for me, the kicker, is if you look at her insulin, it was at 26.3 and is now at 16.4, a 10-point drop on insulin. That is fantastic. 16.4 is still high, but it is a big difference from where she was. And we still have work to do here at this level, but we are moving in the right direction. Technically, anything over 15 with insulin is considered diabetic, but we are working to pull those numbers down and keep her off those medicines. Next, you'll see her free testosterone is high. It is still marked high, but it was at 8.4 and is now down at 7.1. This is one of the markers for PCOS. So we want to get that down back into a normal range, preferably under 4, because this can contribute to her symptoms that she's feeling. Elevated levels of testosterone can reduce in like oily scalp, oily face, unwanted hair growth on the chin and the chest and the abdomens. It can result in hair loss on the head. So those are some of the symptoms that you can have with PCOS, or an estrogen or a hormonal imbalance, excuse me. So we are moving in the right direction there. I mean, she had a 1.3 drop there, so that's excellent. All right, moving on to the next page, we see her thyroid. Her thyroid initially wasn't in a bad spot. She was within all normal ranges. We just improved them, basically. We just got her operating even more optimal. She is secreting less TSH, but has more free T3 available. So what that basically means is free T3 is the metabolic form of usable energy. So that's the one that is released and pushed into the cells for body temperature, cardiac, respiratory, metabolism, all that kind of stuff. So she is having to secrete less TSH and has more T3. So that's moving in an optimal direction right there. So that looks really good as well. Moving on to this last page, cholesterol is where we are headed here, and going to really dive in and pay attention to this and try and get this pulled down to help with the inflammation. Having that hormonal imbalance of the estrogen and the testosterone and the insulin levels is incredibly inflammatory. And then cholesterol and insulin levels go hand in hand. Typically, if you have elevated insulin levels, your cholesterol is going to be elevated as well. So that's why this one is up, and we really need to hammer down on the cholesterol now and increase extra virgin olive oil, some flaxseed oil. There's a supplement called D-limonene. I mess that up all the time. It's an orange peel extract that can helps to break down the LDL so you can digest it and pass it through. So we need a couple supplements and things like that, and then maybe tweak the diet a little bit more to help start pulling down the cholesterol levels as well to help reduce inflammation, like we are with the other hormones in the body. You can see here that her ferritin is high. If you watched one of my previous videos, you'll see another client that had a high ferritin level. What this typically means is there's a little bit of an infection going on. When we have an infection, the infection, whether it's viral, bacterial, will feed off of iron in our body. So your body's programmed response or self-defense mechanism to this is to bind the iron to ferritin to keep it out of the hands of the virus or the bacterial infection. So that's elevated. So that means we've got a little bit of something going on, which is not surprising, honestly, with the insulin levels and the inflammation that she has, that there's probably some kind of bacterial something going on in the gut. And we will just, over time, we will continue to work on that. It's nothing that I would put antibiotics in or send back to the doctor or anything like that. It's just something that will start to resolve itself as we continue to pull down the inflammatory markers and help her overall health become better and work to just basically kill that little booger off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love this kind of stuff. I love getting labs, the second one, to see, you know, the progress clients are making, because sometimes maybe they're not feeling as great, or, you know, they just, I don't know. It's just a nice reaffirming to show clients the hard work that they're doing is worth it and it is paying off. I mean, you have it in black and white here. The numbers don't lie. So that's why I really like doing this and showing this for clients, because to me, it beats any number on the scale or measurements or anything like this. You are physically improving your health, because we all know that just because you're thin doesn't mean you're healthy. There's an actual medical term called TOFI, which is thin on the outside, fat on the inside. So here we're seeing with the labs that they are physically getting healthier with the weight loss. So I love it. So, all right. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.